So just turn on the Arc overlay there so you can see how it looks. So 1440p epic presets. You can see how well it's performing, 1440p epic. 45 FPS, I mean, this is kind of what I'd call like quality mode, you know, where you go from 60 and you go down to 45 or so, but the game looks better or whatever. Pretty rock solid, to be honest. The frame rate is, you know, 45 on average, and the 0.1% lows are very good, to be honest. So, I mean, this is really good. 1440p epic. Ray tracing off, of course. But you can see the VRAM usage there, like 14 gigabytes. That's a lot of VRAM. So, okay, let's turn it down a little, see if we can get more frame rate. See if we can get a better frame rate here. You know, some people want to be at 60. Some people are okay with, you know, 45 or whatever. So 1440p high presets. You can see here, running really well, 1440p high. Like I said, any of those weird visual glitches have nothing to do with the system. It's just my capture card. So 1440p high is, for some people, probably better. I mean, 1440p epic, you're at 45 FPS or so. This is a pretty big jump to go to high. You're up almost 10 FPS. You are up 10 FPS on average, and the lows are great. So this is actually really, playing at high is actually very playable. I was playing at high for a while, 1440p high, and I've just been jumping between that and medium to kind of see what I like. So let's jump over to medium here. This is one of those games where you can probably go with, you know, a decent frame rate like 60, but you might want to go with a slightly higher one like this. You know, this is over 60. So this is 1440p medium native again. And this is how I was primarily playing up till now. I was jumping back to high here and there just to kind of see, but, you know, now the 0.1% lows are very good, 55. And the frame rate is at, you know, 65 or so, 68 on average. Whoa, I'm going to die. So very, very good frame rate. Yeah, so pretty rock solid. You can see here 1440p medium. So if you want to be above 60 all the time, more or less, you know, 1440p medium is the way to go. If you're okay with, you know, if you're okay with like 55 or so FPS, you can throw it on high. That seems to work really well. If you need to have, if you want to throw it on epic, then you're going to get, you know, substantially more FPS on epic. One thing that I do suspect in this game is I think there's probably a memory leak, a VRAM leak. So you can see the VRAM actually going up as we've been playing here. It's up to like 14 gigabytes now. It was like 12 before. So I suspect that this game has, and you can see we start to get visual glitches there. The game needs a patch, to be honest. Like there's a reason why this has very negative scores on Steam. I mean, it runs totally fine on the Arc GPU. The Arc GPU is powerful enough and capable enough and has a lot of VRAM and all that, but the game has VRAM issues. We can see the limit. It's going up to 14 now. That's not natural. So we're going to switch over to FSR and just see how that looks. Okay, so 1440p, we're back to this part. Epic presets. And we do have FSR on the mildest, so if you want to play at Epic 1440p, you may want to throw on a little bit of FSR. I mean, you don't have to. You can play at 45 FPS, but you may want to throw on just the mildest FSR and, you know, get it close to 60 here. I'll turn it up one, actually, and just see what a little bit more FSR does. So we'll just go with, you know, a slightly higher FSR. Quality is fine if you just want to throw on a little bit there. This should get us, yeah, this gets us, you know, 60. So Epic presets 1440p and balanced FSR, and now you're getting your, you know, your 60 FPS or whatever. runs fine. Personally, I would actually just turn the graphics down slightly to high and get basically the same FPS, and then you don't need FSR. But yeah, some people want to just crank the settings up and then use a little bit of FSR. But you can see here, I mean, it's very playable. So FSR is working totally fine. It's getting us nice frame rates here. Throw in a little bit of FSR and you're able to get, epic presets, and it plays perfectly. Let's throw in a little bit of ray tracing just for a moment here. I just want to see how it looks. And then I'll basically just play the game for a bit and we'll see how it runs. But let's not go with epic because that's not going to work. So we'll go with medium presets. We'll throw on ray tracing. I'm going to leave balanced fidelity effects on to start. Okay, so now we have balanced FSR on, medium presets, but we do have ray tracing on now. So obviously our frame dropped down a fair bit, but we're able to get ray tracing even on medium, balanced FSR. You could throw it on performance if you want to get more. We'll do that after, but this is very playable. 45 FPS is playable, kind of like quality mode. So if you're playing a console game and you throw on ray tracing and quality like a Series X or PS5, this is probably where you're going to get like 45 FPS. Okay, now we're back. I'm just going to play, now that we've repaired the VRAM, you can see how low it is again because of the VRAM leak. They're really going to have to fix this or the game is not going to sell. It's already tanking on Steam and for obvious reasons here. So we're just going to go with medium, so 1440p medium, and we're just going to play for a while, see what kind of frames we get and just, enjoy ourselves. And we'll watch the VRAM just leak as we play. So again, this is 1440p medium. You can see here there's some kind of visual issue. I don't know what it is with these rocks here. It's really strange. But definitely needs some work. How am I supposed to get down there? One of those games with invisible barriers. It's kind of annoying.